recording. We are. Right, lockdown workshop. Probably end up as a shorter video this. We've had this wheel brought in by actually a fellow bikeist and bike mechanic himself, but he's discovered he hasn't got the weird nipple tool that these use. I don't know if he's had a set of deep dish carbon wheels before, but as we know, we've been down this route before recently, so I'm not entirely sure which one is going to work. No, that one's perfect. This is the better tool, because that one, as we found, is a pain at the backside, because it's very easy to lose the nipple inside, and it only just fits in the hole. So by the time you've shoved it in, especially on the deeper dish wheels, when you try to pull it out, it ends up getting stuck. So fortunately, this is the one. So and that fits nicely, that one. I might have to grind them down, but the trouble is if I grind them down, I think there is only one square hole. It is really tight. Well, it's not really tight. It's not tight. It's snug, so that when you pull it out, it just grab it. The magnet is not very good, to be honest. There's a lot of Chinesium in it. The good thing about this, so it does come with all the other stuff, all the other bits as well. So if you've got that stupid one with the flat screwdriver bit, or some of the other different size hex ones, it's got them all in there. But obviously, I either need to magnetise this, or maybe peen that a bit to make it slightly oversized so it grips out. There's not even much room to shove it in, to be honest. You know, you'd have thought they would have magnetised it or something. You know, it is slightly magnetised, but I think I've done that. Anyway, we're waffling now. So what's wrong with this wheel? It's actually not that bad. I think we can do better than that. So it's about 1 millimetre out on that side, possibly 1.5, 2 millimetres out on that side. You can see there's a bit of tape on it. So if you can hear that one. So if you hear them, they're all similar pitch, which they should be, because they're a slightly different length. These will be a different pitch. They sound roughly the same. That one doesn't. So first things first, we'll see what happens if we set it up to the right pitch. Now these are bladed spokes. So as with most bladed spokes, you either need to get a pair of pliers on it or find a small adjustable spanner, which I'm not I've got, because we're in the open now. I thought I'd got it. Yay! I have a small adjustable spanner for this. I thought I'd sent it up to the garage. So, and again, try and get it as low down as you can, so there's less twist. Unfortunately, Dave rather helpfully has put the piece of tape on. It's not a bad idea putting a piece of tape on, because when you're truing, if you've got a round spoke, you put a piece of paper on, you can see when it's moving. I don't know if you can see that. Let's get you a bit closer, so you can see everything in its full glory. So you'll see it wiggle around a little bit. So what you're looking at there, a bit of tape's moving around. So what we'll do is we'll just, because these are flat bladed spokes, I don't know if it shows up well on the video with it being black and a white background behind it. So I'm looking to hold that, so I'm forcing against it, and we'll just put a little bit of pressure on. We'll ease it off, move that out of the way. No, more. So we're just tuning to sound at the moment, not where the wheel's sitting. So I don't know the history of this. I don't know if it's broken a spoke. I can see some damage on the rim, and it does have a big knock there. So maybe it took a knock, or maybe that was somebody putting the spoke in. Don't know. But so the wheels look fairly new, so I'd be surprised if we've lost the spoke. Make sure you back it off. Take the tension out of it. Just ease that off. So we've lost a bit of tension in that now because we pulled that one in. see what it's done to this. Right. So it starts touching about there. So it's 1, 2, 3. It stops about there. So that's 1, 2, 3. So it's 2 either side of that one. So we just need to take a little bit more tension. So I suspect these are sounds similar. I can see this is twisted, so somebody has been playing in here also. So I'm not entirely sure what's been going on with this one. That one is definitely twisted. So we'll just turn that back and then give it a little tweak, because this is the one that's on the outside, so it's the one that needs to adjust the least. That one looks okay. That looks where it should be. Look a bit more on that one. So we find out we go over. Actually, no, we need to be going the other way, don't we? Yeah. Come on, concentrate, it's early. Sometimes these nipples are a nightmare to get onto. That's it, we're on. So turn it back to where it was. Turn it back a little bit more. I think this one's actually twisted all the way up here. Yeah, so we've straightened that out now. I think they, yeah, I might have to go and check a few of them. Right, so this one needs a little bit taken out of it. So we need to take out what we put in, which was about that, and then take off a bit more. Take out a bit. That looks right, that was okay. Take out a bit more. Taking a bit too much out of an early one. We've got another one that's completely off. Yep. See what it looks like up here. Yeah, it's a little bit out up there as well. And just wants a smidging out of this one. Right, we'll see where that leaves us. Probably miles up. You can see they've not had much use, these wheels. The braking surface on the rim is in really good shape. We're getting there. I think might have gone a little bit too far. Right, it's starting to lift off now, so we've got to put a little bit more back in. Taking a little bit too much off. There we go. No, it's not going to go. Oh, it might have loosened up now, and I don't have to put this on, but still have to put it on. So we just put just a smidgen in there. See where that leaves us. Right, so that was them that I did take a little bit too much out of. We'll just put a smidgen back in these. smidging back in that one. I think that was probably the one I took the most out of, but I shouldn't have. Right. So it's a little bit heavy on this one, so we'll just slacken this one off a smidgen. That looks like a new spoke. That looks a different colour to all the others. I'm wondering what's happened to this wheel. Because it's just a little bit more back in. We're down to tenths of a millimetre now. I'm sure Park Tool do a spoke grabbing thing that's about £100. Little bit of a gap there. Let's just smooth that one up. So it looks like I might have taken a little bit too much out of them. We'll do this one is actually slacken off that one to move it across. I'm just chasing now, just moving the problem around. It's literally not even a hair's thickness now. Just a little blip around here. Probably should have softened off the other one, to be honest. That's perfect. Not going to get any better than that. Just for a laugh, we'll put the micrometer on it. I do dislike the way that this thing's set up. It's not very user friendly. Doesn't even reach. That's why it doesn't reach out with you. Try and get it to 0. I just need to tighten that up a bit. Right, so we're zeroed. Where it's less than, so it's 0.01 of a millimetre. So we are less than, if you come around and have a look at the thing, we're moving 10 on the scale. Each increment equals 0.01, so it's 0.1. We're effectively just 0.1 of a millimetre drift. Well, it's just a little bit over. You can see it doesn't quite come back to 0, but it just goes a little like that's my hand that's doing that. Move the wheel now, but so you can see where it lies. Very little movement at all. So really pleased with that. So that's very, 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 very slight movement. I mean, you won't even be able to see it if I move that out of the way. You can't physically see it. There is a little bit of an egg going down, but I'm not going to get too excited about that. We can do a quick test on that, see how bad it is. Actually, it's quite difficult doing that here because it's probably got about 0.5 millimetre of drift going up and down. I suspect it's been part re-spoked. There's a lot of odd coloured spokes in there that don't match. So I'm wondering whether it's had a bit of a bang, which is unusual for a carbon wheel to break a spoke like that. Mind it is a back wheel, so possibly somebody's put a lot of power through it. Could have weakened it over time. But no, it looks fairly good. Happy with that. That's running nice. We'll take that. Right, job's a good one.